Secret Lives of SEGI'S Wives is essential reading for anyone who claims to love Nigerian literature. The book is an exploration of the chaotic polygamous home setting. It follows Bolanle Alao, new wife of Atonda Alao, also known as Baba Segi, and the fire-breathing obstacles that his other wives make themselves out to be. What's more interesting, EbonyLife has chosen this book for an adaptation. The Secret Lives of Baba Segi's Wives has officially been adapted into film, and we can expect this as soon as December 2026. I'm ecstatic about it, but I do have some reservations. Hi, I'm Tomiwa, and I love to share my takes on film, television, pop culture, books, you name it. EbonyLife's adaptation of The Secret Lives of Baba Segi's Wives. Will it land or will it miss? Will it stay faithful or will it take a liberty too many? Let's get into it. I want to place my faith in Mo Abudu, and I always am enthusiastic to see a book adapted into live action media. Bolanle, Baba Segi, Iyasegi, Iyafemi, Iyatope, Taju. It's a number of very distinct characters that reading this book just jumped to life. And it's really a testament to Lola Shoneyin's abilities as a writer, as an author, as a poet. It's all a beautiful tapestry, a beautiful work of art. So to see this adapted into film, I'm here for it, really. I'll always be a fan of Nollywood taking bigger swings in terms of storytelling, scale, scope. More so though, I will always be a fan of original, authentic, rich stories. To hell with monotony. The Secret Lives of Baba Segi's Wives is just the sort of breath of fresh air, the sort of adaptation that, if done properly, if executed to perfection, might actually jumpstart a renaissance for Nigerian film and media. Already hearing about Mo Abudu's plans and intentions to market this internationally to an international audience that already has shown love, respect, and adulation for the books. My blood is pumping. I have a good feeling about this. Of course though, I have to be a realist at the same time. I don't think I'm going to excel until I've seen the trailer. The choices they've chosen to go in with the characters stylistically. I'm hoping to see some whimsy. I'm hoping to see some over-the-top makeup, costume design. I want to see creativity jump to life. I want to see cinematography that screams at me. I want to be struck. I don't want to feel like I'm watching just another Nollywood film. There's so many corrosive elements in this book, at the center of which is Bolanle's barrenness. The utter irony of the fact that Baba Segi, being so fond of and desiring of children, ends up fathering 7 children, none of which are his, unknown to him at least. The backstories of each of his wives. What even drives Bolanle herself to the house? Being broken, feeling like a husk, a shell of herself, and only feeling seen by Baba Segi, a husband to 3 wives. Feeling very disillusioned with and by her situation at home. Her mother being as intense as she is and all her clashes with her sister Lara. Her father being a drunk who's sort of out of the picture. She just wants to feel grounded, rooted in something. And in Baba Segi's chaotic sturdiness, she finds an anchor, finds something to fasten her to this world. It was a thing of survival. She would have killed herself sooner or later. There are just so many layers to Bolanle's character. I can't help but wait to see how she's portrayed on screen. There's the abortion, there's the sense of loss that she's suppressed. Simultaneously, there's the affection she holds in her heart for the children of the same wives who treat her like trash, treat her like dust. There's a whole climax with Segi, which ironically is what shakes her just enough for her to rediscover her sense of self. Like I said earlier, if this film is executed to perfection, Mo Abudu might have a breath of life situation at her hands. A box office success, which is simultaneously a critical success. A film loved both home and away. A film lauded for its authenticity and excellence. The way I see the castings are what will make or break this film. We already know the movie is rearing for a December release, and you know what December releases come with: competition. Everyone's trying to sell, everyone's trying to market as efficiently as possible, and that does reflect in the cast. Household names, heavyweight names: Odunlade Adekola, Iyabo Ojo, Mercy Aigbe, Bimbo Ademoye, Kunle Remi, Omomi Dada, Bimbo Manuel, Femi Branch, Tinamba. So many heavy hitters. Financially, I have no doubts this film will scale through. But critically, when we sit back to analyze this film, what will we have to say about it? Furthermore, what will we have to say about it as an adaptation of the beloved 2010 book? Odunlade being one of the biggest names among the bunch, I can easily see him playing Iyasegi, because really, what can that man play? What hasn't that man played? It feels like it's right up his alley as well. I could also see Bimbo Manuel. I could also see Femi Branch. Then again, either one of these men could be playing teacher. I can very easily see either Iyabo Ojo or Mercy Aigbe playing Iyafemi. I can see Kiki playing Iyatope. Omomi Dada, I really suspect that she's Abolanle. I could be wrong though, because of course, not even Iyasegi has been announced. All we know is this is your cast, but who's playing who, still a mystery. Mo Abudu said it herself that she wants to play some games with us up till that already starts dropping the trailers and everything.
We're comfortable with where we are at this point, but with regards to the cast reveal in terms of role per role, Mama Segi, Iyatope, Iyafemi, Bolanle, Iyasegi, Taju, all those roles that everybody loves, the butcher, everything, and everyone else. We're not saying who's gonna, we're gonna play a few games with all of you that you will enjoy, we hope, in the next coming months. So just rest assured that we are going to give this 100% and put our best foot forward.
So let's just see how everything plays out. I do have one question. Who's playing Iyasegi? Because from her description in the book, she's a bigger woman, a dark-skinned woman. Iyafemi compares her to a toad on numerous occasions, so we know she isn't a conventionally attractive person. Of course, makeup can come in and do some, heavy lifting here and there, but this is a cast of objectively beautiful women. So who's really going to... I don't know. I can't see Tinamba playing any other role aside Bolanle's mother. I can't see Shafi Bello playing Iyasegi. But then again, these are actors, these are thespians, seasoned actresses. So what might not be a perfect match for Iyasegi in looks most certainly will be made up for in terms of the character, in terms of everything that she embodies. Very notable, there is a bit of a storyline with Iyasegi and the tomato seller and her attraction for the tomato seller. Knowing the way Nigeria is, knowing the way censorship goes, and the selective outrage of Nigerians can be, I feel like that's a storyline that might have been erased completely or restructured to mean something else. But honestly, I feel like EbonyLife should take that swing creatively. They should take that swing and see what happens. Stay authentic to the source material. And let's see what happens. Yes, I'm aware the film is already short. I'm aware very little can be done at this point, but I'm just putting this out into the universe. That being said, come rain, come sun, I'm going to be there in December when this film hits cinemas. And honestly, you should be there too. If you haven't seen this book yet, please go check it out. Go read this book. Go read The Secret Lives of SEGI'S Wives by Lola Shoneyin. It's a beautiful work of fiction. It's beautifully written, and you are bound to see at least one or two family members of yours in this book. It's just so rich and so raw, and I'm glad stories like this are making their way onto Nollywood screens. Hopefully this sets off a chain reaction and we see many more book adaptations on as grand a scale. That might be wishful thinking, but I choose to be optimistic about it. Thanks for tuning into this episode of TOMIWA'S Takes. If you agreed with the things I said or you really did not, tell me something in the comments. If you did enjoy this episode, leave a like and of course, subscribe. Don't forget to go follow me on my socials. It's with me and it's been real. Bye.